After buying our 90s builder grade home last summer, we are finally turning this kitchen into something we love. Of course, this is already a great kitchen, but we wanted to make it just a little bit better. I might even say best before and after on this channel, so stay tuned until the end of the video. Before we get working, I want to say thank you to the sponsor of today's video, SimpliSafe. SimpliSafe is a security system experts trust. It provides protection for the whole house, so that's every window, room, and door, all monitored 24/7 by professionals.
SimpliSafe on, away.
Installation was very quick and easy with the app that walked us through every single step and even gave example videos. The entire system is wireless and only took us about an hour to set up and protect our home. I've talked on my channel about anxieties that I have, but this system has really given me peace of mind. I love that I can check all of our cameras at any time of the day, even when we're not at home. It works! You can save 20% on your SimpliSafe security system when you sign up for an interactive monitoring plan and get your first month free. Visit simplisafe.com/Carissa to learn more. Thank you again to SimpliSafe for the peace of mind and for sponsoring today's video. So here's our official starting spot after 9 months of living here. The first thing we knew for sure we weren't going to keep was this cabinet over here. So before any painting could happen, it needed to come down and get patched up.
Oh, nice catchphrase. Oh, oh. I want to show how many times they tried to find a stud. We're getting there. We must be getting close. Oh my gosh. You're kidding. No way.
First thing we noticed taking that cabinet down is that the space felt so much bigger.
Room for activities.
In this area. Next step was to head to the hardware store to make some tough decisions. We've got the whole crew at Lowe's for paint colors today, including baby. I don't know if I want to go dark or if I want to go light. Here we've got our paint sample lineup. This is a color that we've had at the house already and I used it somewhere else. And then these three we picked up at Lowe's today to test on the cabinet that we took down. Today's test is simply a test of color and not that of durability. That will come later. I do really like this one, and I still like this one. After a lot of debate about the light side versus the dark side and a quick Instagram poll, we made a decision and it was time to prep the cabinets for painting. Before we can paint these lower cabinets, I need to fill in this center hole. I originally went with these bin poles here so that I could just hide the original holes in the middle. They're just hidden right up into there, just be a little bit sneaky, but they didn't end up being the color that I wanted, and I ended up liking these poles so much better. The tricky thing about these cabinets is that they are vinyl wrapped cabinets. This is not wood on the top, it's vinyl, laminate, or whatever you want to call it. I did a little research on the internet. We all know how well we can trust the internet, so it said to use wood putty to fill this hole. I'm gonna try here. There's a little bit of indentation as well. Hopefully this will cover it all before we start painting. I'm gonna do a little test on this one, and then we'll get rolling on filling in all these holes. Pizza night. Tomorrow is the day that our kitchen really starts to change. You can see all these patches that Nick's got going on up here. Tomorrow morning, the brown is going away. Finally, we've been waiting for this day since we moved in. Hold your breath. This is possibly the biggest transformation in this room. Let's take a moment and appreciate the power of paint. Struggled a long time with the wall color decision, but ultimately I went with a plain base of white so that way later when I add in some fun color pops and different elements, they don't clash with that wall color. Today's focus are these lower cabinets. Step one, I've got my supplies, and I'm gonna do pretty much the same process that we did when we painted the cabinets at the old house. I will link our last kitchen makeover. It's the first time that we ever painted cabinets, so we have like a tiny bit of experience. We're just gonna see what happens. We're gonna wing it. I'm gonna start off with the crud cutter. This is one of the best degreasers that will get anything greasy and gross off of these cabinets. I don't know if it's a necessary step because we're gonna follow that up with the liquid sandpaper. It is a degreaser and a deglosser. So if you have glossy cabinets, this will take that sheen right off of it and allow the primer to stick better to the cabinets. This is double degreasing. There will be no greasier today except for my hair because I need to shower. Last step of prep is labeling doors and drawers so they go back on in the right place. These countertops are leaving tomorrow, so it does not matter if I get paint on them, and that is why I want to get this first coat of primer and green paint on today. This next part is super thrilling to watch because I am painting white on white here, but I am going to go ahead and just roll this Kills 2 primer all over everything, and you really can't tell the difference, but I promise that I am priming here. While I am doing the painting, Nick is doing our electrical and switching out all of our outlets and light switches to some new modern ones. The little details really make such a big difference in the feel of the room. Here's the big moment. I was definitely nervous going in with this dark green color because you know I love me a white kitchen. 100% paid off in the end. I think it's so great. And I'm gonna need you to vote at the end if we should do the uppers in this color as well. We just got back, so this paint has been drying for a while. This is the first coat of paint on here. So we'll get a second coat of paint here in a little bit. No, we did not take anything out from the cabinets. I finished off that night by doing another coat of green paint, so that was 2 coats, and then I went back and touched up with a third in different spots. But the next morning, bright and early, was countertops, so we had to clear out the kitchen. This is a home that we plan on staying in for a while, so we wanted a countertop that we know we are going to love for a long time, and we wanted it done the very best way, so we found a local company to come in and take out our old laminate countertops and replace them with a beautiful new quartz that we picked out. It's got some great veining that's not too dark, some bigger sections of it, and I just love the look of it. It was so nice to be able to sit back and watch somebody else do this work. The best part was that we were able to add a couple inches onto the peninsula and round out all the corners. With the countertops done, it was time to move on to the tile backsplash, and while we waited for that tile, Nick went ahead and trimmed out this window, and we started on priming and painting the cabinet doors and drawers. Letting the backs dry for a while before moving on to the front of the cabinets, I decided to take on this 10-minute project. Another part that I've been very excited for just got in today. This is my custom wallpaper that I ordered from Love vs. Design. Found them randomly on Google, but they had so many different designs and you could custom pick each color of every piece of each pattern. I also went with peel and stick, and the nice thing about this spot is it's not very big, so if I ever want to swap this out because I am indecisive, it's not expensive to do so, and this will peel right off. Did something that I was a little bit on the fence about, but I'm excited to see it up on the wall now. Hopefully this will only take me a few minutes. That looks amazing. I am so excited. It looks so cool. Thanks to my parents for taking now all 3 of our children, we were able to do kitchen weekend number 2. Nick is prepping for the backsplash, filling in all of the holes left behind, while I start on painting the fronts of the cabinets. We are going to start on our tiling. So these are the tiles that I went with. They're called, I think, Montauk. They're from Tile Bar, and these are in the color Gin, I believe. It took a while to land on the tile. Now we've got to decide if we want to do stacked look, or the staggered look. Leave a comment down below and let me know which one you would go for, which one you like better, and obviously you will see which one we go with. My vote is this, and I think Nick's vote is this. Instead of using the traditional mortar to hang up the tile this time, we decided to try a different route and we went with muscle bound, which I've seen a lot of people use recently and I was very excited to try it out. It's a lot less messy. It's less forgiving because you have to stick the tile up there and you can only move it around so much once you've decided where it goes. You pretty much roll it out like the peel and stick wallpaper, except for it doesn't come off of the wall later, and you can grout it right away once you're done tiling. We're checking in. I just got back home with the girls. Nick has made this.
Mommy, Charlie got some chocolate milk on her skirt.
Okay, that's okay. Just has these two sections and then all of the cut pieces. We've got general contractor Britton here, making sure all work is going smoothly. What do you think so far, Britt? Is Daddy doing good? This took us into the next day, of course, when Nick finished up all the tiles and I got all these doors and handles reattached, of course, with a little bit of parent life thrown in there. But look at this beautiful finished product. Almost finished. So it's been a few days now. Nick got the rest of the tiling done up here. We just need to do the toe kicks down there and he picked those up from Menards. Today I've taped off all of the outline of the tile because I'm going to grout and caulk the bottom piece here against the counter. And we should be close to done. We can do the fun stuff like the shelves. You guys know how it went last time I grouted. So let's hope for better this time. Am I still traumatized from my last grouting experience? Yes, but I am taking the lessons I learned from that and I am diving back in anyway. This is also a little bit easier because we are doing white grout on the white tile, so it's a lot more forgiving, and I am going to be working in the small sections this time so things do not dry out as we go along. Okay, it is shelf time, which is something exciting that I've been waiting for. I got these shelves in. I searched high and low for shelves that were 36 inches long, and surprisingly, the cheapest place that I was able to find them in the depth that I wanted was West Elm. What do you think? I am in love with it. The backsplash texture and natural edges, the deep white sink, the mixing area with the brass rail. Just so excited about how everything came together. I will link everything that I can in the description box below this video, but I have a couple questions for you before we move on to phase 2 and show you what's up for that. First, what was your favorite part in this video? And second, do you love the two-tone cabinets or should we go all green? Okay, so turning to the other side of the room, this is the reality mid-project where we have the pantry side. In phase 2, we'll be tearing this out and mapping out full-length pantry cabinets and storage, maybe doing a different color over here, I'm not sure. Subscribe so you do not miss the full project, like this video and share. Thank you so much for watching along, and as always, happy DIYing!